Hi, welcome to Craftiosity, the subscription box of modern craft kits, and this our raffia weaving tutorial. You can get such pretty colours of raffia now, we couldn't wait to play with them and turn them into this lovely little basket for putting your keys and knickknacks in. Enjoy the tutorial. Inside your kit you have 4 bundles of raffia to play with a wide-eyed sewing needle. Untie or cut the binding holding the natural raffia hank together, then unfold the raffia out twice. Take a section of raffia that's about 1 centimetre in thickness when pinched together and tease it away from the main bundle. Straighten your section out fully so it's relatively neat. This will be the centre of your coil. Open out the lavender raffia hank and take out one piece. Look for one that's nice and flat. Lay it along the edge of your bundle about 9 centimetres from the end. Wrap the lavender raffia around the bundle, wrapping away from you from the pinch point to the end. When you wind your outer raffia, keep it flat so you get a smooth effect. After a few wraps, trim the edges of the inner bundle to neaten them. Continue wrapping to almost the end. Then turn the bound section of raffia back on itself to create a little loop. Wrap around the loop a couple of times to secure it and continue wrapping, now from right to left, for 5 wraps. Thread the outer end of your lavender raffia with the needle. Coil the newly wrapped piece around the loop you've just created. Then with your needle, sew through the loop from back to front and pull the raffia through. Wrap around your central bundle again 5 times. And again, sew through the loop from back to front. This is how you'll build your bowl. Keep wrapping for 5, curving the wrapped piece around, then sewing through. Wrapping for 5, curving the wrapped piece around and sewing through. Once you've done a full circle of the inner loop, sew through the topmost section each time so you keep working outwards. When you're about 8 centimetres away from the end of your lavender raffia, run the remainder along the length of the central core. Get a new piece of flat lavender raffia and run its end alongside the old piece. Pinch the new lavender piece in at the coil and wrap this new piece around the core as before, 5 wraps and a stitch, and you'll capture the old and new tails in with the central core raffia. When you want to change colour, you'll make a switch exactly as you did when you ran out of a colour. So trim the end of the old colour to about 8 centimetres away from the coil, then follow the previous steps. Add in your new colour, capture both tails in the wrap and stitch. When you get towards the end of your core raffia, about 15 centimetres away, you'll need to add in more. Take another 1 centimetre thick group of natural raffia from your hank. Step the ends from the existing bundle and the new one so they overlap. Then use the longest piece of raffia from your existing bundle to wrap around both sections to bind them together. Tie the binding end off by looping it around itself and pulling through to create a loose knot. Then as before, continue wrapping for 5 and stitching through, and the overlap will be bound into your bowl. For the base of our roll, we ran 6 complete rounds of lavender raffia, 3 complete rounds of natural raffia, 2 complete rounds of sage raffia, and 3 complete rounds of natural raffia again. When you've got to the end of your final round on the base of the bowl, wrap the next section for 5, then place it on top of the previous coil and stitch through that coil. Continue like this around the entire bottom row. As before, once you complete the first round, use the coil of the previous round to stitch through as you build up the height. You can also change colours as you did before. So for the sides of our bowl, we ran 3 complete rounds of natural raffia, 1 complete round of lavender raffia, 1 complete round of natural raffia, and 2 complete rounds of sage raffia. You can see how these build up and you naturally get that slight arc on the sides of the bowls as you work up. We quite like this effect, but you can correct it by keeping each section in stitch absolutely on top of the previous. When you're a couple of centimetres from the end of your bowl design, hold the core raffia together and cut it with scissors on an angle so it tapers down towards the main part of your bowl. Stitch as you would have done before through the previous coil, then keep stitching along, capturing the last of the core raffia and the coil underneath. Your stitching will taper down too. Finish the end of your raffia by stitching through one of the inner sections of coil and securing. Congratulations, your coiled raffia bowl is complete. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, subscribe to our channel or head on over to our website at craftiosity.co.uk to sign up to our newsletter. We'll send you all kinds of crafty loveliness and let you know when the next video is released.